My name is Jeffrey Davis. Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs. We have some really interesting entrepreneurs in the studio, and I always say entrepreneurs take many shapes and sizes. This entrepreneur is being brought to us as a result of Steve Schwartz, Sizzle PR. Steve's going to be in the studio right now talking to us, but let me introduce first Kaveh Mojtabai. And Kaveh, you represent Artscope, New England's cultural magazine, correct?
Yes, correct. Thanks for having me.
Did I get everything right, including your name?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going home. And Steve Schwartz, welcome back.
Thank you.
Did you run here through the studio?
Not yet. I'm still getting my hip back in place, but I walked quickly.
Well, I just want to tell our listeners, Kaveh, before you start, that you presented me with your magazine, and I can say this with total confidence. It is one of the most beautiful magazines I've ever seen in New England.
Thank you.
It is so slick and professional. Every page is loaded with advertising and stories about artists and art things that are going on throughout New England. I was so shocked to see such a high-end magazine, and I really, kudos to you and your partners. Now tell us about the magazine and the business.
Appreciate it. Yes, Artscope is a timely, bi-monthly publication in print available in almost 700 locations throughout New England. You can find it in museums, art centers, galleries, as well as in the Metro Boston area at hotels and cafes. It also is a seamless publication in a digital format. We have a bi-weekly email blast that complements the issue with more stories, as well as an online zine that covers daily or even weekly exhibits, artist profiles, theater performances, and so forth.
Now, a magazine like this takes a little bit of money to get going and get every month, and I see there's a lot of advertising in it, which is a good sign. So clearly, you built a full organization to support this. But tell us a little bit about, the building of the organization to support this, and how did you fund it in the beginning?
Yes, when we started, essentially, some of the advertisers in place were familiar with me, and I had, reached out to them and asked them, whether they want to continue and work in a fashion, in a sense, working to get information on the content for a window for exhibits when they are, when they're out. Everyone knows when the next, for example, movie theater show is out, but no one knows when the next, art exhibit may be out, or understand how they can go and participate with the work or where that inspiration came from. So in terms of, I saw a void and this window of opportunity where people can go and attend the exhibits and create a content and a readership around that with an audience and an active audience. A number of the advertisers said, yes, we like what you're doing, we want to work with that. And lo and behold, we worked with our managing editor, Brian Goslow. He's had extensive editorial experience and a number of contributing writers, some who have written for the Globe, the Berkshire Eagle, a number of well-known publications. I think some may have even written for the New Yorker. And in terms of creating timely access and covering exhibits while the issue is out. So if it's a show, you can see it's in the issue.
Again, some of the artwork in here is just, it makes my jaw drop. I'm trying to figure out, about some of the stuff. But again, what business were you in before this?
Before this, I was a management consultant.
Oh, you have to pick on me now.
And actually, my background comes in an education background from astrophysics and business administration. And
so you fell into this. This was an entrepreneurial venture, not an art venture.
Right. This was a passion venture, an entrepreneurial venture, working in a creative format that entrepreneurs do. So it happens to be the art of business in the business of art. In my consulting background, I lived in Philadelphia and I traveled to live in South Africa and Europe, implementing operations strategy for the Fortune 500 or the Fortune 100, saving them millions. But I had a lot of questions saying, what's this? Is this the script, right? Is this what we do in life?
I've been there.
And asking those questions and understanding who we are in human relationships, started to go out and be around more art, oriental rugs, textiles. I got involved in that sort of business, and in terms of everything, I started to see the richness around all of this work being done, and I said, how can more and more people be around it?
I would think that Boston is a good market